Back home, captains of the telecom industry came together on one platform as the first ever mobile internet and technology event in India, Mobile Congress 2017. That kicked off today with a grand ceremony at Pragati Maidan. India's richest man, Mukesh Ambani, and telecom czar Sunil Mittal, whose firms, remember, are engaged in a rather bitter marketplace battle at this point in time, described each other curiously as friends as they shared the dais to propagate growth for the telecom industry. Displaying bonhomie, Ambani and Sunil Mittal warmly shook hands as they entered the arena hosting the India Mobile Congress. Ashwit Kumar, who was there since morning, gets us all the details.
A very good evening. You're watching CNbc TV 18 special coverage of the India Mobile Congress, the journey from Barcelona all the way to New Delhi. And well, what a day one it was. We saw the biggest titans of the industry come under the same roof. We had 3 cabinet ministers coming in and speaking in unison as far as the Tech India and the next targets for India are concerned. And clearly there appears to be consensus, at least even amongst the telcos, that there is a need to stay ahead of the curve, that we missed the bus as far as 3G, 4G is concerned. 5G is the next big thing to watch out for. And what's critical here is that all sides talking, all stakeholders talking in unison about how there is a need to stay ahead of the curve and to catch the bull by the horns.
Data is the new oil. India does not need to import it. We have it in superabundance. It will be a new source of value and will create opportunities and prosperity for India and millions of Indians. Dear friends, as an industry, we have the urgent task of empowering 1.3 billion Indians with the tools needed to flourish in the digital marketplace. Data is the oxygen of a digital economy.
We all have to come together while we compete head-on for the benefit of customers. We have to collaborate amongst ourselves, create ecosystems, use common towers, hopefully common fiber. Submarine cables are all in consortiums today, and some moonshots in the form of satellite projects are also being experimented to ensure that countries like India get the best benefits out of the same.
All new technologies, whether it is artificial intelligence, robotics, big data, analytics, all are dependent on a bedrock of connectivity. Every startup today, or the majority of startups today, disintermediate based on a digital and technology layer, right? And all again dependent on connectivity.
Well, even as we begin with day one of the IMC, one aspect that clearly hasn't missed anyone's attentions, one facet that hasn't missed anyone's attentions, of course, is both Mr. Mukesh Ambani as well as Mr. Sunil Mittal under the same roof, 2 fierce rivals on the field, coming together as far as the IMC is concerned in terms of setting the agenda. And what's critical here in terms of setting the agenda is that the government appears to be talking in one voice, across ministries appears to be talking in one voice, that as far as the agenda for digital India is concerned, it's required for both parties, for all parties to work in the spirit of cooperation.
Added mobile phone in India in the last 3 years of the Narendra Modi government equal to the population of Italy and France. That is the scale on which we work. But where I need to compliment both Mukesh Bhai and Sunil Mittal, that regardless of all their competition, and yes, India is a free country, we encourage free competition. But what they have ensured, and including the BSNL and other mobile companies, India's mobile ecosystem is what? The most economic call, the most economic data, and the most economic mobile phone. That's what they have done for the country.
बिजनेस में किसी में प्रतिद्वंदिता है, उससे डिपार्टमेंट का देश का लेना देना नहीं, वो व्यावसायिक प्रतिद्वंदिता है। लेकिन डिजिटल इंडिया के सपने को पूरा करने के लिए मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि दोनों जायंट साथ-साथ काम करेंगे सरकार के साथ मिलकर।
Now, with so many telecoms, with so many icons of the telecom industry under one roof, And this IMC coming merely days after the IUC regulations had been amended by TRAI. There was clearly an elephant in the room. That elephant being described by none other than Himanshu Kapania himself, taking time out on the stage where he left little to chance raising a whole battery of issues that are currently affecting the sector.
I think the recent market development has drastically altered the dynamics of the industry, resulting in sector passing through a phase of severe financial as well as mental stress. No industry can survive if mobile voice tariffs have fallen by half in 1 year, but data tariffs have fallen by 1/10 to 1/15 just in a span of 1 year. The announced interconnect usage charges will further deplete the industry of its investable funds, besides creating inter-operator imbalances on account of high traffic asymmetries.